Hello Taurus, thank you for joining me for the tarot section of your reading. I hope you're all doing really well. The cards are really lively this month, okay? Just to let you guys know. They've been jumping out everywhere. Okay, Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising. What messages, what guidance, what healing, what clarity can we provide for Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising for March 2018? Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising, March 2018. Ooh, just felt a really nice sense of calm come over me then, Taurus. Ooh. Telling you these cards. Okay, here we go. Right, so these cards I like to leave to one side. Anything that falls out I leave to one side to clarify. Okay, and I read from this way up, just so you guys know. So this is how you're going to be coming in and starting the month, okay? This is your environment, the people around you. A lot of reverse cards this month. This is your kind of like your advice card. It's what can go against you, it's what can work for you, and then how we're going to be finishing the month. Okay, Taurus, let's get started. Taurus, wow, the cards are really telling like a story for everyone this month, honestly. Okay, so I'm not going to sugarcoat things, okay, and you know, I'm not one of these people that's like, oh, I don't want to give a bad reading, so I don't believe there's good or bad readings, but I think it's silly to not give you the truth of what I see. I see positive things here, but I also see things that you really need to be aware of, and a process you might have to go through. So you start out with the Sun in reverse. Now the Sun, when he's upright, is confidence, optimism, happiness, like childhood joy. He is the major yes card. He's the go for it card. This is things working out, and I know the universe supports me. Now reversed is quite obvious what it is. It's like depression, it's self-doubt, it's feeling like things aren't just it's a feeling of things not really going my way and not feeling myself. Now this is interesting because you've had so much energy in that 11th house of yours, and I'm wondering if it's because, you know, as we move through the month, you know, the Sun then goes into your 12th house where he's more hidden, so it could have something to do with that. But what I'm seeing here mainly, Taurus, is I'm seeing relationships figuring here in your reading more than anything. I feel like your money is fine. You've shown up in your reading, and I feel like your money is fine, but I feel like this is either to do with relationships or life direction. Now, this can play out in various ways, but there is a possibility here, and it may be to do with a water sign that you might be with. Now that could be their Sun, Moon or Rising sign, Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces. There is a possibility that if you're in a relationship with somebody, there's something that's you're going to find a few roadblocks come in the way of your relationship. There's a possibility that, you know, the direction you were hoping you would take together forward, because, you know, the Eight of Wands is basically a card of momentum, of moving forward and moving forward fast, okay? And it's very spiritual, fiery energy. But with this reverse, it's telling me that there's some sort of obstacle that comes up, and it's looking like it's got you feeling quite unhappy, okay? It's got you feeling out of sorts, and it's to do with a partner. I feel like for a lot of you it's to do with a romantic partner. Now we've got the Moon here, and the Moon card, when it comes to, you know, love readings, it often speaks of deception and betrayal or secrets, and in reverse is telling me that this is about secrets coming out. Now what did I say in your astrology reading? I said that there was going to have to be adjustments in terms of your relationships. For those of you who are in romantic relationships, there would be adjustments, there may be obstacles for the two of you to have to overcome. And with that, all that Neptunian energy, there is the energy for what do you call it, delusion and secrets coming out and those kinds of things being unveiled. I'm sure you got this card last month. I'm sure you got the Moon reverse last month. Something is coming to light, okay? And I feel like for a lot of you it's about your relationships, and it could be something that kind of stops you dead in your tracks a little bit and makes you go, oh, okay, I didn't see this other person like this. I didn't know that was an aspect of them. I'm now seeing the truth of it, okay? And you could be dealing with somebody who has been emotionally manipulative or domineering or somebody who's kind of coming from an emotionally immature place. I feel like that's the case for some of you. For most of you, though, I don't feel like it's because of that. I mean, certainly there are elements of it does speak to, like, perhaps somebody... No, I'm not going to go there. I feel like for a lot of you, there's something that happens with your partner, something that's arisen with your partner, which has made your plans have to change, and it's going to cause an adjustment of sorts. It's going to mean you looking at things differently and having to maybe even step into some uncomfortable territory, because this card to me here is saying, you know, this is about your mental processes and about your thinking. And this to me is, right, where do I have to adjust my thinking? How can I, you know, because I mean, upright, this is about trying to get away with something, right? And in reverse, it's not so much that. This is about looking at your thinking, looking at perhaps painful aspects of your thinking that might be to do with relationships. So it may well be that you end up having to, I don't know, have a long distance relationship or something because an opportunity's come up, and it brings up issues to do with trust and how you feel about you know, having lost long distance relationships, and maybe past wounds connected to trust and betrayal and cheating. There's a lot of this trust and betrayal and deception energy and kind of quite painful energy that seems to be coming out in these cards at the beginning of the month, not just for yourself but for a lot of other people too. But there's certainly something here to be worked on. I don't know that the partner is actually, they've done anything wrong per se. It could just be something that comes to light, or something that just happens in their life that then affects you in such a way that it puts all your plans on hold. Now, the other way that this can play out as well, Taurus, is in terms of your life goals, in terms of your plans for your life, okay? Now, the danger is here, from what I can see, that some of you are just not paying attention. You're just moving forward, wanting to move forward without looking at the details, without really considering things properly. And I would warn you, especially this month, slow down, look at the details, get clear on things, because there is, with these three cards here, this says to me somebody who could just be kind of blindly and foolishly thinking that everything's going to work out without actually looking at the reality of the situation. Now, that could be to do with your life path and what it is you want to do. Maybe there's something you need to become more skilled in. Maybe there's something you need to you need to weigh up whether it will work financially, something like that. It could even be to do with the relationship. You're not, maybe you're kind of blindly running with it, not realizing that you're about to, like, step off a cliff type thing, you know. And I know this all sounds very negative, but forewarned is, you know, forearmed. But there is certainly something that could be amiss. I feel some of you might have to make some adjustment in terms of what you do, in terms of what your goals and your plans are. And I feel like for some of you, that's why you're coming in feeling somewhat disappointed and somewhat disheartened, because there's been a lot of energy in that ninth house, okay? And there's energy going into that ninth house. Mars is moving in there on the 17th. And this is you wanting to expand. It's you wanting to broaden your horizons. And you want to make, for those of you who don't feel like you're on your path, you know, you want to find your path. You want to find your purpose. And this is perhaps you've thought about it. You've kind of considered different things. And suddenly you're losing confidence in yourself. You're feeling a little bit like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can make it. It seems like there are so many obstacles in my way. It seems like people, some of it might be people as well. You might be feeling like people are getting in your way. People aren't being supportive. They're kind of tripping you up type thing. So there's a bit of self-doubt here. But this to me is adjustment energy due to things coming to light. I mean, we've got the sun and the moon here. And this is, when you think about it, the ultimate divine masculine energy and the ultimate divine feminine energy. So this is about illumination, right? This is about illumination. This is about my core and my being. And this is about having to make adjustments around having certain things come to light, okay? So as far as you are concerned though, Taurus, I feel like, you know, your money is good. I feel like you're showing up and you're being asked to ground this month. I'm worried that for some of you, you could get caught up with self-doubt, self-criticism, feeling like negative self-talk, feeling like really defeated, feeling, what's the word? Just kind of depressed, that kind of thing. So try not to do that. Try and stay in that strong Taurian energy, okay? There you are, Taurus, okay? You are strong. This is saying to me, it's almost like a reminder, keep yourself grounded. Try and keep yourself grounded, because there's energy here that says that you could get carried away and you could be missing something. And if not that, there's adjustments that need to be made. And you just need to do what you do best. Keep your feet firm to the ground and take care of the basics, take care of the everyday, okay? And make sure that the everyday stuff is running smoothly, that your finances are in order, that you're providing for yourself and the people you need to, and then work through this. Don't allow yourself to get so swept away in whatever difficulties are going on that you let your, how can I put it, your own strong, stable, grounded energy, that you let that get affected, okay? I would also say this month, although I see that, like, I feel this month is not a good month to lend money to anyone. You know, although he's upright, I'm really feeling like this isn't a good month to lend money to anyone. So those of you who are thinking of doing that, I would just be cautious about it. Yes, be generous if you feel so inclined, but don't do it expecting anything back. That's another warning I would give you. I feel like there's something else I want to say here as well. I feel like some of you are going to be undergoing a major shift in your relationship. I know I'm not mentioning you single guys, and I'm sorry about that, but it's not really coming up for me here. This is really talking to couples. I'm feeling that there's a real shift in your relationship. There's something that's really going to have to be changed, and it could at first have you feeling quite fearful, which is why we've got him reversed, you know, fearful of will they stay with me, will the relationship work out, you know, like it got you feeling a little bit insecure. But just try and communicate with your partner and work with your partner as much as you can to see there's always a compromise. There's always, where there's a will, there's a way, okay? But I feel like there's something that's going to be brought up that you're going to have to contend with, and I'm not quite sure exactly what it is, but it's certainly to do with relationships. Now, it could even be to do with business partnerships as well. You know, this isn't necessarily just romantic relationships, but that's how I'm seeing it more. But it's going to also be to do with business partnerships as well. For you single guys, really, I would suggest you listen to either your moon or rising, if this is your sun sign. For you single guys, I feel like you're going to be examining, you might be feeling a bit down on yourself, thinking, well, why haven't I met that person yet? Why haven't, you know, is it something wrong with me? You know, is it the way I am? And you might be feeling a bit down on yourself and feeling a little bit depressed in a way. But this is all to do with the work that Jupiter's doing on you and that 7th house of yours. Okay, so just go with it and try and be objective and know that there is a wider, broader view, and this will just lead you to a greater understanding of yourself. Okay, Taurus, so that is your March 2018 reading. Mixed bag. It was the same for Aries. But please tell me, you know, what is it, where is it you're having to make adjustments in your partnerships? How is it playing out in your life? Because I love hearing from you guys. And I will be back next month with more. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and if it was of any help to you. Take care, guys. Much love. Bye-bye.